How are we all going? I wanted to have a quick chat today because I want to talk about minis I need for the up and coming Planescape, yet to be released in October 23. Planescape is going to be released in a 3-book module, much like Spelljammer was for 5th edition. But I want to talk about the minis we need to have for this. Spelljammer had a set plus ships, and at the moment, we've got forecast out to January when we get the Shattered Obelisk minis, but we don't know what's coming in 2024 or when we're going to get any Planescape minis for Dungeons and Dragons and the release of the Planescape setting. So I just want to have a quick talk about some minis. I'm going to go over the number they would normally produce. I'm going to talk about, we've had some that have been old, but they've been around for such a long time, they're hard to get now. And I want to get some of these new minis and maybe even talk a little bit about their rarity and such. So we're going to go round the Great Wheel, but we're going to start with the center of the Cosmos. So we're going to talk about the Feywild, and we'll talk about Material Plane and such. So from there, I think we need some Archfey. Someone like Queen Titania, and Lord Oberon, the Queen of Air and Darkness, and some Herringong. Everyone always needs Herringong. There aren't enough of them. So I think we need some of those, and they could be rare ones because I don't need 5 Queen Titanias. From the Shadowfell, I think we could do with some Shadowvar from the book series and things like that. I think we could do some Shadowvar. Going to our transient planes, I think from the Ethereal, we could do the Ethereal Marauder and an Ethereal Fletcher. Now, we have had minis on both of those, but that was 20 years ago or something. So we need new minis for these and to bring those creatures back. From the Astral, we're missing a Astral Projection with a silver cord still attached. And I think that'd be a cool mini that could represent any number of characters. By all means, you can also throw some Gif Yankee in, but we've had a lot of them. Moving to the inner planes, we've seen the standard earth, water, fire, air elementals, but our other inner planes, such as ice, ooze, smoke, and magma elementals, we haven't seen anything for, and a medium or large of each of those would be good. Now, if you're looking for more, you could branch out a little bit more into the quasi-positive and negative energy planes, such as radiant, mineral, lightning, steam, salt, dust, ash, vacuum. And I would like to see a lightning elemental, but let's start with the first 4, ice, ooze, smoke, and magma first. Jumping over to Sigil. We need a Lady of Pain. That would be the top of the series, the rare of the rare. From that, we need some Davis, 2 poses, one building or hammering, another one standing there, floating above the ground as they do. Some Barriers, the goat-like centaurs. We have had one of them a long time ago, but 20 years ago isn't enough. And potentially we could even have a couple of the more popular faction people, Sensei to Dustman and so forth, to represent some of the factions. There's going to be a lot of factions, but just a couple of the main popular ones would be good. In the Outlands, we need some Rilmani. We haven't had any Rilmani, so that'd be good to get a Rilmani to play with. And then as we start going around the planes, we'll start at the top at Elysium. I'd like to see Gardenial. Gardenial? Yeah. A beast like Angel. That'd be cool. Holophants would be good too. We've got Lulu, but a generic Holophant would be nice to add in its small little fluffy, or even in its big version. That could be the 2 types it sort of comes in. Moving around to the Beastlands, we've got lots of animals, so I'm not particularly too worried about that. And a lot of the other ones from there are covered in other planes. Moving to Arborea, you've got the Solars. Now, we do have 1 or 2 Solars, but I think we could do with another update. I'd be happy to have another Solar. Moving round to Yisgard, we would have a Valkyrie, and I think, God damn it, I need a large woman coming riding a horse in just like Bugs Bunny. That'd be a cool mini. And going around the clock, Ray, to Limbo, where you've got the Gif Sarai, which we've had a few of. And Solari there are a few of, so if we've got an extra space, a Giftsari or Solari would be good. Now in Pandemonium, we didn't have anyone really there that isn't somewhere else. It's a bit of an emptier plain Pandemonium. And the Abyss, I haven't seen a Balgura. Now, we only recently got one that you have to paint yourself. Previous Balguras didn't really look like the ape-like Balgura that I know it is. So, an ape-like Balgura that I don't have to paint would be beneficial. And the same with a Marilith. We haven't had a Marilith in a while that hasn't needed painting, and hosts a couple of different weapons. They are a cool bad guy to have. So, Marilith, let's get one of those. Carcery doesn't have much there. It hasn't already mentioned somewhere else. Moving to Hades, we haven't had a larvae, a little worm-like being with a humanoid face. Crawling amongst others or by itself, that would be a cool one. And in the same with, as previous with a Ultraloth and Arcanoloth, we've had minis for Ultraloth and Arcanoloth, but we haven't had a lot. These guys are all up and down the lower planes working as mercenaries, so I definitely see a good use for Ultraloths. And an Arcanoloth, well, yeah, another one that I don't have to paint would be good. Moving round to Gehenna, it's mostly known for its Barghurst, but I'm not too concerned about more. We've had a few Barghurst minis. And the other demons and devils will be mentioned on their more appropriate planes. We go around to Bartor, and you know what? Bone Devils and Chain Devils. We have not had enough of either of those. They've been too rare. There hasn't been enough. They're too expensive to buy singly off other people. I want some Bone and Chain Devils for my collection. Swinging round to Acheron. Now it's full of goblins, orcs, and Duragar, which are fine, and we've had a fair few of them. But I wouldn't mind having a rust monster. That'd be good. And a Chirai, the big bird thing. There's been one mini that was out ages ago, and we haven't seen many of them. Now, this evil bird hunts around. It's huge, hunts, it's stalk. Like, you could have a number of them. It'd be very cool to have coming from Acheron. Mechanus, we've got the Formians, the Ant Workers. So a couple of varieties of Worker, Soldier, Queen, a couple of different specialized ones would be good. Also, your higher level Modrons above the Pentadrone would be good, but also you'll need a lot of Monodrone and Duodrone. There's only been about 2 to 3 prints of those been released miniatures, painted, unpainted. So it'd be good to have a few more of them. If I'm going to have my Modron March, I need a lot of Monodrones and Duodrones, so bust them out. Some Inevitables would be good. Zelikut we have not seen yet, bit of a robotic centaur type creature, so that'd be cool to have. And a Kol Yarut. It's been a long time since we've had one of those, so we could do with another one of them. Primus would also make a really good rare one to have at the down that end of the availabilities, as I don't need multiple Primuses, just one would be enough. For Arcadia, as we zip around, Planetars would be good. We have had 1 or 2, but another Planetar I think is needed. And when we get to Mount Celestia, I think Lamasu would be good. Bust out one of them. And an Archon Hound, or Hound Archon, would be another good one from Mount Celestia. And you could bring across those Planars and Solars from the other planes. Bitopia doesn't have anything in particular that I'm looking for. And we move to the positive and negative energy planes. And there, I think a Zagya and a Zegyi would be good to have some sort of energy ball system, energy-like being for going around. They'd be pretty cool. Now, before I forget, if they're going to include Yggdrasil, the World Tree, having a Ratatosk, a squirrel person, would be another cool addition, and you could potentially have that as an extra little bonus one to add into the collection before I forget that Yggdrasil exists. So, how did I do? I belted them out pretty quick, but did I miss anything that you are really looking forward to in Planescape? Creature that we haven't seen miniatures for, at least not in a long time, and something that definitely needs to get into our booster boxes that hopefully will come out March, April, May of 2024. Tell us what you think. I want to know what I missed because I've been reading a lot of Planescape, and I think I've got a good cover here. But if there's anything that's really been important to you, let us know. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Have a great game. Have a great day, and I'll see you around.